Tom, there's a little bit of controversy over with the Holdfast Bay Council in terms of redeveloping Jetty Road. So if you don't know what's happening down there, pretty much the 1 kilometre strip, they want to improve it with their car parking, public transport and shopping. However, the development is going to start at $40 million for 1 kilometre strip. So that's where the controversy comes in now, that 92% of people surveyed had said, hey, look, as taxpayers, this is crazy. We're not paying this. And obviously over time...
It's a lot of money.
And over time, as it's being developed, it's going to increase in fares and pay rate too. So it's only going to get more and more expensive. So everyone around that area is thinking, hey, it's a bit ridiculous. Why would we fork all of this money for a 1 kilometre strip? So we'll stay tuned with what happens down there.
Absolutely.
And over to bakery stuff. We promised it before.
Yes.
We promised the Fresh Fam. We are going back to the bakery chat. Yesterday, Banana Boogie Bakery got donned the best sausage roll in Australia.
How good is that?
Not just South Australia, Australia. The whole country, the best sausage roll.
Nationwide.
And we've done it again, Tom.
We've done it again?
Another South Australian bakery has won.
Is this nationwide as well?
This is nationwide for the best Kitchener bun. The best Kitchener bun in all of Australia is going to Pick a Pie Bakery.
Pick a Pie.
Pick a Pie.
Congratulations. Best Kitchener bun.
Smashing it. I mean, I remember we did a segment ages ago, what's the best pie in South Australia? Pick a Pie got so many hits on the text line, but now they are getting known for their Kitchener bun, as they have been since the 90s. But yeah, best Kitchener bun in Australia.
Hey, turning to sport news, got to talk about the AFL tribunal that went ahead last night. Isaac Heaney and Isaac Rankin both there and both lost their tribunal. They were trying to uphold. Right. So Isaac Heaney got offered a 1-match ban, and he is currently the front runner for the Brownlow medal, which is the most coveted medal in the whole AFL. And that was, unfortunately, the suspension was upheld. So he has got that 1-match ban. He'll be missing next week's game against North Melbourne. And Isaac Rankin was also unsuccessful. He had a 4-match ban for a bump on Brendan Starcevic from Brisbane. He tried to get that downgraded, but no, didn't get it because Starcevic ended up getting concussion.
Geez, a bit of a shake-up there.
Yeah, and looking over to the Euros, Spain beat France this morning, which means Spain are into the final, which is happening Monday the 15th of July at 4:30 a.m. And at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, it'll be Netherlands versus England to see who will be playing Spain in the final.
Unreal. Keen to see what happens there.
Yeah, so if you're following the Euros, make sure you're tuning in from 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, because that's going to be a cracker of a game, Netherlands versus England. And that's your news from overnight.
Tom, a bunch of people from Fresh yesterday went and did a first aid course, so good on them. It's very good. We definitely condone doing that.
Finally, some people here in the office that can resuscitate people.
Save lives, yeah. So it's good that we have a handful of people that are qualified to do that now. But, you know, going to do one of these courses, especially with people you work with, I guess opens up to some funny stories.
Definitely, yeah.
And I have to say, in terms of first aid courses, I heard one the other day from one of our mates. He told me that he works for a restaurant in the city here, and all as a group collectively, you know, working at a restaurant, there's a lot of hazards. The boss has sent them all to do a group first aid course around here.
Yeah, I feel like a restaurant is probably one of the number one places where hazards are a constant. You know, open flames, you know, spillages on the floor.
Yep.
I mean, certain smells even can get to people.
Yep, so very important for them to go do it. It was very serious, and they went as a group, and it's a pretty horrific story. They're doing a CPR training bit, a part of the module in the course where they have to give CPR, pretend CPR to babies.
Yes. Okay.
You do it to a bunch of baby dolls.
Yeah, you start off with the adults and then you work onto the babies later on in the module.
Yep, and obviously with babies, you're pressing quite lightly. It's a different kind of mechanic to how you do a CPR doll for an adult.
Well, yeah, the whole adult thing is, you know, you use like the palm of your hand and you push down. Well, you don't push, you just throw your weight down. But with a baby, if I remember correctly, you just sort of use your fingers. Don't you?
You're doing really soft. So as they're doing this and they're being assessed on how they would do the CPR on a baby, a lady our mate works with pushes a little too hard, shoots the baby's head off across the room. Definitely didn't use the finger technique.
She's gone full palm.
This baby's head is shot across the room into the wall.
Like a rocket. Oh, my God.
And so if there's a way to instantly fail a first
I
aid
was going to
course,
say, did she fail it?
I think she got another go. They screwed the baby's head back on. They're like, here, you can have another crack.
That's not how it works.
No.
I mean, I feel like these courses, you know, no matter what it is, whether it's first aid or something else, something's always bound to happen. Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the worst scenario, really.
And I think we should open up the phone lines. What happened on the course, Adelaide?
I remember I did a bartending course, so different to the first aid, but I
Yeah,
went to a
very
bartending course
different.
the night before I went out, so I was already a little bit seedy going to the bartending course, and I remember we had to make a cocktail, and it had, you know, real alcohol and everything in it, so it was
Right.
expensive.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, the guy was like, okay, it's ready to tip out. You can tip it down the sink. And I was the only one in the class that turned around and I said, can I drink it?
You were the only one in the class that didn't pass either.
May as well have shot a baby's head across the room. It was that equivalent for a bartending course. And I said, what's the point in tipping it out? It's nice alcohol. And everyone looked at me like, this guy's got an issue.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Why would you tip it out?
Why would you? And I want to taste my creation as well.
Let's find out what happened on the course to you, Adelaide. And we're going to go over to Williston. We got Hayley on the line. G'day, Hayley. How are you?
Morning, how you going?
Very
Very
well.
good.
Now, what happened on the course, Hayley?
So, this is a course for first-time mums,
Yeah.
and we're doing CPR on these fake baby dolls.
Yep.
And instead of the head flying off like your story, I was pushing on its chest and pushing on its chest, and it stayed stuck in, and I heard it crack.
Oh, you heard a
I broke
crack.
the doll.
Right. So is this, Hayley,
And then
'cause,
everybody looked.
I mean, is this an immediate fail or what happens?
Well, then everybody looks at you, and you all look at your newborn baby, and we go, not trying that one.
Maybe reconsider the motherhood.
Hayley,
And you're all sitting there with the newborn mums worried.
were you pressing down with the fingers or were you doing the palm action?
I was doing fingers like she said. I think maybe you're supposed to only use 2. I was using like 4.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I started doing the Heimlich maneuver. I got the instructions wrong.
I started bouncing up and down way too hard. And pushing.
Hey, good
I
on
went
you.
into panic mode, okay?
Yeah, fair enough, Hayley. Nah, good on you. Thanks for getting involved.
Cara in Glenelg North, tell us, what was the course? What happened?
It was first aid, and I dislocated my wrist doing the CPR.
Dislocated. How did you manage that?
Well, they kept saying, push harder, push harder. So I kept pushing harder, and then I dislocated my wrist. So they had to, do first aid on me in the first aid course.
So was
Well, I mean, there's no better
Better
place
place, yeah.
to dislocate your wrist, really.
Obviously, yeah.
What did
it was a bit meta.
what did the instructor do? Did they turn around and just say, well, it's good that we got a real case here. Let's fix Cara up.
No, they panicked for a while because they were like, oh, we have to get you to fill in an incident report. And I'm like, what?
How?
Oh,
Wrist is
okay.
dislocated.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm like, oh, so I'm my left hand, okay.
So, so they just...
So I walked out of the first aid course with my wrist in a sling.
Did you complete the course then? Did they pass you or did you have to go back and redo
No.
it?
I had to go back and redo it, and I
No.
never did.
Well, why would you go back? Traumatic experience. You don't want to break another wrist.
God.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever done any sort of damage in the first aid course?
I haven't done the first aid course.
You've never done the first aid
so
course?
I need to do that, yeah.
Yeah, well, it
But
sounds like-
I'm hearing all these horror stories. Maybe I'll just sit back.
Sounds like, yeah, just give it a miss,
Just
mate.
relax.
What's one of the worst, most sort of annoying things you can do?
I would have to say it's packing a
Yeah,
sleeping
packing
bag.
a sleeping bag, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
yeah.
it really is. So, I mean, we all know you fold, you roll tight, and then you try and get it into a bag. And these bags always seem like maybe they're a size too small.
It's
right?
just one of those many things about camping that really puts you off the activity, honestly.
Oh.
Between that and making the tent and,
Isn't it?
doing the sleeping bag, there's a lot going on where you think, geez, maybe glamping would be the right option.
Because everyone tries to do it the right way as well. With the fold, the roll, you roll really tight so you can get it in.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything.
No, because you just end up mashing it in.
You're just mashing it.
Yeah, you end up in this fist fight war with the sleeping bag, trying to punch it in
Yeah.
there. No matter where you are as well, the frustration gets the better of you. It doesn't matter if you're, in the dirt camping and you're a bit dirty, a bit smelly and you're frustrated, or if you're at a mate's house sleeping over, either way.
Either
it's
way.
gonna
You're
piss
just
you off.
mashing it.
Yeah. But, if you have ever struggled packing away a sleeping bag, let us know. You're not alone. We'll let you know that right now because we struggle all the time. But it's especially hard at the end of, like you said, a big group camping trip or a festival even when,
Sure.
You're feeling probably a bit dusty after a few days on the tins and you're like, this is tough.
And it's one of those, I guess, as well, that you look at your sleeping state. You look at what you're been laying on, the next few days, and you think, in anticipation, I know this is comfortable now, but I will have to tackle the sleeping bag demon at the end of this festival or whatever.
Well, guess what? We've all been cheated. No one can roll up a sleeping bag perfectly. I'm making the call right now. No one can roll up a sleeping bag perfectly and get it into that tiny little bag. Not even the people at the factory where they wrap them up, because
What?
a video of them being bagged up has dropped. And basically, Callum, they use a big rotisserie machine. So it's these two metal bars that it rotates like a rotisserie.
Right.
And they put the sleeping bag onto it, and then it starts folding up. And the guy is just standing there making sure it's tight, pushing the air out before just sliding the bag on.
Wow, how convenient. So now we've found out that they are robots that are only capable of doing the sleeping bag perfectly, while us peasant humans have been trying to do it for years, looking like idiots.
And if you're going to text in and say, I can roll a sleeping bag perfectly, first time, no dramas, well, guess what? You might be a robot.
Yeah, take your battery pack out. I want to see your inside, see what the wires are.
Callum, we have to have a chat, mate.
All right, what about?
I overheard you saying something yesterday.
I talk a lot of rubbish
I
at
know.
work, so
I know.
this could be anything throughout the 8 hours we're here.
No, you were chatting about the game show Family Feud to someone.
Yeah,
and
great game show.
And yeah, it's not bad.
One of the classics.
Not bad. And you were talking about how you signed up for it as a kid and you got a text back. And I was listening and I was thinking, that's really cool. I didn't realize you ever went on Family Feud. How did I not know that about you? But as I kept listening on, I found out that you signed up not to be on Family Feud, but to be in the crowd of Family Feud.
Loser! You're a loser!
Nice work on getting the audio. You're a
Who
jerk.
signs up to be in the crowd of a game show?
Because
What
from
would you do on the game
memory,
show?
I was about 14 years old, and the link just said, I didn't see a link for a family to be on there. It just said to be in the crowd, so I hit that one. And honestly, I think if my family actually went on Family Feud, there would be a Family Feud. I don't think we'd be suitable for it, and Grant Denyer would have to step in. We need to be behind the barrier in a crowd, so it'd be more chill.
The fact that you were so excited you got a text back though, like I reckon it would have been an automated text.
robot.
I don't think there's that many people signing up to be in the crowd of Family Feud. I think they're all trying to be on Family Feud.
It's just Grant Denyer in his trailer, sitting there in his underpants, texting
Yeah.
you back. Yeah, go on, you can come around. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I'll find a spot.
Yeah.
No worries. So did you actually go?
Yeah, so went into the crowd thing. Went into the crowd for Family Feud.
Loser! You're a loser!
Shut up. It was good though. Yeah, you just go in there and watch it happen in the live studio audience or whatever. It was good.
I'm actually in tears right now. Who signs up to be in the crowd?
There's nothing wrong with doing the crowd thing.
You know-
it's fun. You're still getting the experience. You're just still seeing Grant Denyer in his action, in his prime.
You know, I'm sure you probably didn't even have to sign up. You could have just rocked
Waltzed
up.
in.
Yeah, I'm sure there would have been spots available,
Yeah,
mate.
can I just come in? Not many people are doing it.
Look, I mean, Callum's been in the crowd of a game show, but I think we should open this up a little bit. Is there anyone out there that's actually been on a game show?
Well, yeah, you're saying someone who's done it fully, not just the crowd, not just immersed in that,
No,
but has gone on.
on.
Have you won? Have you lost? Has it been for money? What game show was it? Was it one of the big hitters in Australian prime TV?
Yeah, I mean, what have we got? Wheel of Fortune, The Price is Right, Family Feud.
Family Feud, Deal or No Deal. I
Deal
feel
or
like
No
Deal or
Deal.
No Deal gets a few people.
Yeah.
That would have been popular back in the day.
Is there anyone out there, Chucker, give us a call, actually, if there's been anyone out there listening right now that's been on a game show.
Yeah, we want to pry it a little bit, see what it's like, what happens behind the scenes on these massive game shows.
I mean, we know one person, Callum.
Yeah, I mean, there was a teacher of ours at school back in the day, and he did not escape this one. Pretty much he was on, I think it was Millionaire Hot Seat.
Yeah, it was.
Was it the Eddie Maguire one? And he got
Yeah.
a question wrong, and it haunts him to this day. I
It's
think
a-
there was a lot of money on the line too.
It's a question you really shouldn't get wrong. I think we've actually pulled some audio here.
Where did the cherry ripe chocolate bar originate?
Lock in C, UK.
Cherry ripe, mate. Come on. Beautiful it is. It's Australian.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that was a tough one.
That would have been a horrible one at school. I remember his teacher present at the end of the year every time was a cherry ripe.
It was always
So
a cherry ripe.
He doesn't work at the school anymore.
Somebody's texted in here saying, my sister Tori and her brother-in-law Wade were on Family Feud with Wade's sister and brother-in-law for 4 nights. So that means they just kept winning, doesn't
So
it?
I'm pretty sure from memory, Family Feud, yeah, you can win consecutive nights in a row, and then at the end you'd win a big prize.
I mean, you're the big fan of Family Feud that
I
signed up
went-
to be in the
I
crowd.
went maybe 10 years ago. I haven't watched it for a while. We got this text here. I was on the Wheel of Fortune and Sale of the Century. Got as far as being on the waiting list for Jeopardy as well, but they cancelled before I got the call up. Imagine being that, just on a waiting list for all these,
Just wanting to be on every game show.
Is this the life of a game show extraordinaire? You just go on them and win little pockets of money, and that's how you make a living?
I guess if you do well on one game show, does that put you like in a higher chance of getting onto another game show?
Well, they
do you
probably
reckon?
all start talking about you. They're like, hey, they're good on TV. Get them again.
Hey, another text here. This one's coming in from Louise. She said, my brother was one of the youngest contestants on Sale of the Century back in 91. Poor guy's only 4'5", and the supermodel that walked him onto the stage was about 7 foot tall.
Yeah, the model had to piggyback ride him onto the front.
Hey, he took home a gold pin though. That's pretty cool. We
Great
do want to
stuff.
know if you did win anything, and let's find out from Chris in Ranella. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Good, thanks, guys. How are you?
Really good. Now, Chris, tell us, what game show were you on?
Sale of the Century.
Sale of the Century. Okay, so we're hearing a lot of this. This was on the text line. Can you explain, for people that might not know, what happened on Sale of the Century?
Okay, well, perhaps it should be called Sale of Last Century. That's how long ago it was. But basically, it's a bunch of general knowledge questions.
Right.
That you get an opportunity to win prizes, cash, and that sort of stuff.
And Chris, did you win any prizes on Sale of the Century?
Yes, otherwise I wouldn't have called.
What did you win?
Won $5,000 cash.
Wow.
And $3,000 in prizes.
Nice. Was that considered, a high amount for Sale of the Century back then? Was that a good prize?
Oh, definitely. They had had to be in front to get an opportunity, but you basically picked a poker machine that was based on card suits,
Right.
hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. So, you get the answer right, you pick a machine, and you either get your money back, win a prize, or win the cash. And I won the cash.
And Chris, you said $3,000 worth of prizing. Do you remember what any of those prizes were?
Yeah, for sure. The first prize. Well, I just wanted to be on TV and win something.
Yeah,
Very
well, that's a
naive.
prize in itself.
So the first thing that comes up, I bought it, but it was some first day edition stamps signed by Australian musos like Australian. No, who am I thinking of? Sherbet. No,
Oh,
old
Sherbet.
Cold Joy.
Callum's mum's
Master
favourite band.
Apprentices.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So Jim Keys from the Master Apprentices, he presented me with the prize, and then so that was part of it. And I also got $100 of music videos. Do you know what videos are?
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
aware of the VHS tapes. I had a lot of Scooby-Doo ones.
Yeah. I've thrown them all out.
Hey, good on you, Chris. Thanks for getting involved. That's amazing. $5,000 cash and $3,000 worth of prizing.
I mean, it really is showing the era, isn't it, when you're getting a Sherbet-related prize? We've got Darren in Goodwood. Tell us, what happened? Were you on the game show, or was it someone else?
Hello.
G'day,
Hello.
Darren. How are you, mate?
Oh, g'day. How you going? Yeah,
Very
it
good.
wasn't quite a game show, but I was on a breakfast radio show. I was Date My Dad.
Date My Dad.
So I went,
What the hell was that?
What?
Oh, it was a while ago, and so the deal was I had to pick 5 girls and go on 5 dates and 5 nights,
Unreal.
and it went actually so large that tonight picked it up and ran a few shows with it,
Right,
and then we had a concert at the Highway Inn to pick the winner. And they had Vanessa Amorossi there and Pete Murray.
oh
Pete
wow,
Murray.
Pete Murray.
The night gets better.
They made it. Yeah, so they made it look like the kids sent in a letter saying my dad's single. He'd like him to find someone nice and rah rah. And in the end, I picked the winner, and we were supposed to go to this fancy restaurant for dinner. And then she's texted me going, "I found someone else." So I ended up taking my kids.
What?
Oh my God!
Who'd
So
she
wait,
find?
Darren, you've seen better days.
I have, mate. And I'm still single, bugger it.
Hey, well, Darren, if we ever do a Date My Dad show here on Fresh, we'll give you a buzz, all right?
Oh, you can actually call it Date My Grandpa now.
Adelaide, let's wind back the clock. The new quiz with a bit of a spin. Wheelie Wineback Wednesday, sponsored by Jack's Tyres and Auto, Edwardstown and Gillies Plains on Fresh 92.7.
Yes, we are back with our favourite game show. It's Wheelie Wineback Wednesday, thanks to Jack's Tyres and Auto. Buy 3 tyres, you can get a 4th free on selected brands, which is unreal in this current climate of cost of living that we're living through.
100%. And it's also your chance to win a set of Hanook tyres valued at over $1,000. It's a pretty awesome prize.
$1,200.
$1,200.
That is the prize up for grabs right now.
And all you have to do, I mean, it's the easiest way to win. Just answer a few questions. But if you answer incorrectly, we'll go to the next person and we'll have to put you on the chopping block. But we've seen it happen before. We've also seen people win and get through pretty easily.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, we're going to meet our first contestant this morning. It's Tom in Ottaway. Tom, good morning.
Hello.
How are you, mate?
Hello.
Tom, usual duties.
How are you?
What is your favourite decade? What are you the best at? What would you hope it lands on?
Oh, 2000, I think.
2000, all right.
2000. All right, well, Steph will give it her best shot to land her on the 2000s for you. Steph, are you ready to spin that wheel?
Yes.
All right. Spin that wheel. Oh,
you've done it.
Again.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Tom, it's landed on 2000s, mate. How good is that?
Beautiful.
All right, Tom, we've actually already answered one of the questions for you, so let's kick it off. The first question that we're going to give in the 2004 documentary Super Size Me, filmmaker Morgan Spurlock spent 30 days eating which popular fast food chain, if you remember that documentary?
Yes, McDonald's.
It was McDonald's.
He's done it. Oh, my God. Tom, if you get one more question correct, because we've already answered one for you, you're going into the draw for these amazing hand-cooked tyres.
Beautiful.
All right. I think
See how we go.
I think you've got this one, mate. What annual event held each year on a popular island off the coast of Los Angeles began as a fictional event in the 2008 comedy Step Brothers?
Oh, that's got me. Coachella? I don't know.
Have a stab at a comedy, or the festival. What is
What
it?
what did you say, sorry, Tom?
Coachella?
Not Coachella.
No, incorrect. Hey, stay on the line. We might be coming back to you. There is another bonus question if no one can get this. Let's go to Jake in Alberton. Jake, do you know the answer? What annual event held each year
Giddy up.
Giddy up. Sounds like you're pretty confident.
What annual event
Very
held
confident.
each year on a popular island off the coast of LA began as a fictional event in the 2008 comedy Step Brothers?
Well, I'll actually tell you a little story. In year 8, that was my favourite movie. And I actually watched that movie 100 times in the year 2009, I think it was. So I'm very confident. I think it's the Catalina Wine Mixer.
He's done it!
What a time to be alive. 2009, Step Brothers.
What a steal from behind.
100 times. I knew that would pay off. 100 times I thought it would really come in handy one day, and it did.
Jake, are we exaggerating the 100 times, or are you Adelaide's biggest
No.
Step Brothers fan?
I am Adelaide's biggest stepbrother. That is fair dinkum 100 times.
Jake, what's your favourite quote from Step Brothers?
When Derek's assistant says "pow."
Pow! And Jake, when's the last time you had a carb?
2004.
Jake, congratulations, mate. You're going into the draw to win a set of Hankook tyres valued up to $1,200.
Oh, very keen. Thank you very much, boys. Giddy up.
Cheers,
Jake. Good on you, mate.
Tom, we are talking green flags because actor Glenn Powell, who was in the Anyone But You movie with Sydney Sweeney, was rumoured he was dating her pretty much.
She's engaged, isn't she?
I'm not too sure, but there was a rumour they were together.
She's engaged to some 40-year-old.
Right, well, he's out of the league then. Guy's out of the running. But yeah, there were these rumours that they were together, but people have gained an attraction to him and posed him as one of the bigger green flags because he owns an adorably small dog. And it's a weird one because a bunch of girls have come out to say, you know, the tradition is that guys have big dogs, Rottweilers, things like that they take around. However, he's got a little Chihuahua or something, and that is hot.
Yeah, right. Well, does that mean I'm a green flag with my pug?
Depends on the person looking, I guess.
Yeah.
Start posting pictures, find out.
Yeah, will do. Yeah, he's a bit chunky, though.
Yeah. Yeah, on the weight side.
So, yeah, we were saying before, we usually talk, you know, red flags and beige flags here on the show, but we didn't want to be such negative Nancy's this morning. So we're opening up the text line 0428 927 927. What's your green flags, Adelaide? Let's have a bit of a positive morning.
Of course. I mean, yeah, we have our producer Steph in the room as well.
Hi.
She is very keen. I mean, you do
Steph's on one this morning. I don't know what.
I'm having the best time. I'm walking on a dream, I tell you.
Steph, walking on a dream.
Walking on a cloud?
Empire of the Sun style.
Yeah.
So I got a bit frazzled.
Steph,
all right.
So you do have a boyfriend, Damon.
I do, yeah.
And I guess,
Sorry, boys.
So he... You're out. You're out.
Oh,
of the
it's
game.
okay. It's all right.
But,
continue.
So Damon, I guess, does he fulfill these green flags? What are we looking for? What are you looking for on a guy that's a green flag?
All right, well, I don't want to out him because he's going to hate me saying this, but I have always said, like, I love, like, a real soft, low-key, nerdy kind of guy, and I feel like he is that. But while you were talking before, I thought of something that was, like, a little less serious. Guys that leave the toilet seat down and don't get those little pee sprinkles on the ground. He doesn't do that.
Good
and
call.
He has friends that do that, and he's like, you always left the toilet seat on.
Really?
Like,
So
yeah.
you reckon your boyfriend does the wipe down and everything, like real pedantic?
Yeah, he leaves no pee. No pee. He's a clean boy, and we love to see it.
Does he
And
do
he's
the
soft.
dishes?
Actually, yes, more than me. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're the red flag in this relationship. He's the
So I'm
green.
coming to learn, actually.
I'd like to give him a few questions.
I mean,
too.
have you got any green flags, Callum?
Yeah, I would say a bit nerdy as well. If a girl throws out a movie quote, TV show, like any comedy movie, right, or The Simpsons or something, I'd be like, that's unreal.
Yeah.
I was like, that's great.
That's it. That's all you need to do to impress Callum.
Doesn't take much.
Other than that, if you love your job, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. If you love it, if you come and you're banging on about your job and you want to talk about that, I think that's awesome as well.
Yeah, right. Okay, we've got very different green flags.
What is yours?
Well, one of mine is
What's yours? Awesome bikini.
sweet beach bod. Blonde. No. My first green flag I wrote down was people that get gravy on the side and not on the schnitzel.
Oh, right.
I do that.
Yeah, green flag. Because you get it on the schnitzel, your schnitzel goes soggy. You need it on the side, and then you just dip the schnitzel into the gravy. Same as your chips. You don't want your chips getting soggy.
Hey, yeah, you don't want any alarming truths coming out at the pub date.
Yeah. And then the other thing is people that use toothpaste correctly. That's a green flag. I hate it when people, just squeeze from the top. You got to go from the bottom. You got to squeeze it up.
Well, so if you had a girl over and then she's rolling it the wrong way, you're like, hey, look, I think the door's over there. You can clean your teeth outside.
I wouldn't be happy. Chuck us some of your green flags, Adelaide, whether it's wholesome, whether it's a bit silly like my gravy or toothpaste one. It doesn't matter. We want to hear all your green flags. First one off the bat here, green flag's got to be someone with a sense of humour, someone that you can have banter with and take the piss out of each other without getting mad.
Hey, look, we're funny guys. You know where we are. You know where Fresh is.
Is this you looking for a date?
Yeah,
is this why you've said let's do green flags?
Exactly. Come give a tap on the window. All right, we got this one here, Tom. I don't think either of us want to say it aloud.
No, so this is the one that we didn't want to read in the last break, purely because we just don't want to put our necks on the line, but we'll let the audio do the speaking.
Puck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
That is someone's green flag.
Got this one here. Good dental hygiene. Mm-hmm. Also, this one's a little bit strange, but I like the nicheness of it.
I just read ahead.
Girls that do the little dance when the food arrives at the table. I like how they refer to it as the little dance, as if it's a universal thing that girls dance when a schnitzel arrives at the table. You know,
I haven't seen the dance. Like, what are they doing? The sprinkler? Yeah. Are they like
gets up and does the robot, proceeds to eat the food?
I don't know if that would be a green flag or a red flag for me, but I'm really keen to see the little dance now.
This one's not good for you, Tom, as well. They've finished it off saying not owning a pug as well.
Coming in from Andrew. Well, Andrew, I own a pug, so I don't do little dances. No, good on you, Andrew. Thanks for getting involved. Somebody else has texted in here saying a man who watches Harry Potter.
Good stuff. Yeah, kind of on that nerdy front, I guess. Loving those movies.
Another person has texted in this.
Puck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yes. Of course.
I get you.
Yeah. This one here, as a gay guy, if the other guy can change a tyre, that's a massive green flag.
Yeah. Changing a tyre is actually a pretty big green flag, especially if you don't have roadside assistance.
No, great skill. Don't need the RAA.
Someone texted in here, if they're a mum and their son's called Tom.
He strikes again. Cheers. Yes.
Why does this keep happening?
His return to the text line, our saviour who wants to hook up with your mum.
We are in that cold snap. You know, winter has just sort of started here in Adelaide, which means it's sort of that time of year a lot of people are starting to take a bit of time off and go travelling, go somewhere warmer for a month or a couple of weeks.
It is the season of envy as well that you're seeing on Instagram, Facebook, all of your mates over in Mykonos.
Europe.
Yeah, Europe's a big one, hitting the summer vibes over there on the beach. So a lot of people are jet setting.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, if you are going on a holiday very soon, well, we've got a little bit of a tip as to what you should wear when travelling.
All right.
You should wear the colour red.
Is that it?
Yeah,
just
that's
red.
it. Just wear. This is an expert who has revealed that you should always wear red while travelling on planes.
Yeah, unless you're going to Spain for the running of the Bulls Festival, I'd advise against it.
Take the red off after you get off the plane. Yeah, or bring a jacket or something.
Be a bit hasty. So red has come out as the top colour to wear on the plane as you're going over.
On the plane, yeah. Why do you think red?
Well, my first instinct is that red, if it's an emergency thing, maybe if the plane goes down, that red's easy to see.
Nah, mate. It's
What's
because people that wear red are seen as more attractive. So it's a
stupid.
No. There's science behind it. It's like a certain degree of psychology behind wearing the color red, which could help you on your journey. Basically, while on the plane, making yourself more noticed to the airport staff. So
right. So here I am thinking it's an emergency thing. Yeah, it's just wear red if you want an extra biscuit from the air hostess when she comes around. They'll treat you a bit nicer.
Well, maybe it is just to buy a chocky or get a beer. But you know what? Wearing red, you'll be ahead of anyone else because you'll be spotted first because it's more attractive color.
All right,
it's the power of psychology, which is influencing clothing, which is, it's a novel travel tip, but every little bit helps, right?
Yeah, okay. Interesting one. I mean, it's time to put on the double red Adidas tracksuit. Go pants and jacket, and you'll be even more appealing.
I don't know if you should ever wear that again.